What's up, everybody, and welcome back to BBQ Joe. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing and building this Kingchii. It's their 2023 upgraded portable wood pellet grill and smoker. This thing is capable of the legs folding up so you can put it on your tailgate, which is super cool. It has 341 square inches of cooking space, which would be a capacity of 12 burgers or 4 racks of ribs or 2 whole chickens, which isn't bad for a portable outdoor cooker. I have never built one of these before, so we're going to do a step-by-step and you're going to follow along with me as we build this smoker. All right, inside the box you're going to find your hardware, you're going to find your instruction booklet. So let's go ahead and flip to the page. These are the parts here. It's going to be a very, very simple build. So let's go ahead over here and you'll see there's step 1. We're going to use the AA. We're going to need 8 of them, which will be all of these here. And then we're going to find these GG. I'm going to need 4 of those. And so right here. And it's illustrated in the picture as well. So as you can see, everything is numbered. Like the main chamber is number 1. And then you have, your legs are marked 2, 3, 4, 5. And it just shows you exactly where they go. So we're going to go ahead and line that up. And over here, I do have everything laid out. I got the smoker on top of the 2 brown boxes, which I'll show you later on, because you don't want to scratch it up. So I put it on a couple of boxes that was inside of the packaging. Okay, in the next step, we're going to be using the 4 GGs. They're just going to go on each side, like one here, one there, and then opposite side, there and there. No tools required for that part. Later on, you're going to see we'll be needing a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, step 1 is complete, so we're going to move on to step 2, and that is installing the axle and the wheels. So what you want to do is find this end of the axle, and you want to slip a wheel on first. So we'll go ahead and do that now, just like that. And then you want to take a spacer, which is this thing right here, and slip it right on the axle just like this. And then we're going to install it on the leg right there. You're going to have to lift it up a little bit. Okay. And then you're going to reverse that spacer. It'd be nice to have another person lifting up the grill for you so you can install the axle, but he managed to get it done. All right, that's step 2, guys. We're rolling here. So now next step is step 3, and that's installing looks like just a handle on the handle on the lid, then the main chamber door. And you'll need 2 of the DDs and 2 of the HHs, as you can see there. All right, here's the handle, and he's gonna go ahead and install it on the front lid. But you use your washer over your screw and thread it in, and you'll use your Phillips screwdriver to tighten it down. Okay, now he's going to shut the lid. We'll show you the handle. And voila. All right, so you guys know he's going to go ahead and take the hopper. He's going to install the top part of the hopper, and then the accessories right here. All right, so the hopper assembly is complete, and now here in step 5, we're going to install it into the main chamber, and you will need 4 of the EEs and 4 of the HHs. We'll get that all set up, and we'll show you how he's going to install that. All right, just carefully lift up your hopper, and you want to put it inside that hole there. Then once you get it in about 3/4 of the way or more, go ahead and try to hold it up with your knee, and then he's going to plug that connector in, and he's going to stuff it inside that hole that's built into that hopper. Little pro tip is to put the 4 screws and washers together and set them inside the main chamber so you can get easy access to screw it in. So keep in mind, all you need is 1 person to build this. You don't need 2. 2 people would make it easier, would probably go a little faster. We are approximately 27 minutes into this build. All right, that is installed. So we're going to go to step 6, and we're just going to install the side handle. You'll need 2 of the DDs and 2 of the HHs. We're moving on to step 7, and that's just installing the diffuser plate. And all you're going to do is set it down like so, and it's going to go right over the burn pot just like that. Simple as that. All right, this step is pretty simple. All you're going to do is locate your hole right there, and you're going to locate this end of your grease pan and slip it in on an angle and rest it right on top of here. And there you have it right there. All right, moving on to step number 9, and that's just installing the grates. That's pretty simple to do. All right, now step 10. We're going to go ahead and install the grease pan. Just a little tip on the grease bucket here. You can either put I believe you could drop a foil pan in there. I'm not sure what size that is or what size foil pan that would be, or just line it in with foil like what I'm going to do. And what you want to do is, you can see this design right here with these holes like that. You can install the screws in first and then slip this in there and then push down. All right, grease pan is installed, and that is the last step. That's all it took to build this smoker. All right, everybody, so it is complete, and all we have to do is remove this tape, remove this plastic film here. Okay, now, the coolest feature that I've seen on this smoker yet is you just untwist these 2 and the 2 behind, you fold the legs inward, and then you unscrew them 2 and the 2 on the back side, and you fold it in, and now you have a tailgater, which is super, super cool. Tighten that one down, that'll hold this leg up. Do the same thing to the back side. Then we're going to set the hopper down. I believe this is okay to do. We'll loosen these. Okay, it looks like you have to do both sides at the same time with these because you got your axle on there. Just like that. I'll tighten these down. And there you have it. Now you can set that on your tailgate, plug it into an electrical circuit. I know a lot of newer vehicles have plugins in the bed of the pickup trucks or inside the cab. You just have to run an extension cord. But check that out, man. All right, well, you guys just saw that I just did that by myself. Wasn't too difficult the first time doing it, folding it down. The second time I'll get it in the first shot. Okay, let's go ahead and fire this up for the first time. This is really important that you follow these steps for pretty much any pellet smoker. You want to remove your grates. You want to remove the shield or your grease pan. And when you are cooking, you do want to, I usually foil these. You're just going to have to slit a hole there. And it's just for easy cleanup. Use aluminum foil every time you go to cook and replace it after each cook. You got to remove your heat shield. And basically what you want to do is you want to fire it up. We're going to plug it in. We're going to turn it on to smoke. And then we're going to feel for heat. We're going to listen for the fan running, and we're going to go ahead and once I feel that heat element getting warm inside don't ever touch it because it will get hot, but I'm going to feel for heat or redness from that. And once we see everything working, the auger and everything, then we're going to go ahead and add our pellets into the hopper. And I'm going to be using this Kirkland brand that I get from Costco, and these are pretty good. It's a hardwood pellets. They're not bad. We'll go ahead and plug it in for the first time. Got to undo the zip there. Got to undo the tie here. Also, make sure that your controller is set to the off position, which it was not. It was full blast, so you want to turn it off and make sure your unit is off, which this was switched on. Okay, let's plug it in. All right, your dial is off. We're going to switch it on for the first time, and then we're going to set it to smoke. I don't know if you guys can hear that. All right, so at this point I hear the fan. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I feel a draft. Now what we're going to do is wait to where we can see the auger spinning, and as of right now it is not spinning, but I will let you know when that auger starts spinning. All right, I just want to show you guys that it took us approximately 53 minutes. Well, we could say 54 minutes if you'd like. That's not bad for putting this thing together and getting it to the point that we're at right now, which is awesome. The auger is spinning. It's just spinning very slow. I did not notice that. It is spinning on the inside there. So I'm going to go ahead and add the pellets inside the hopper. I'm not sure what size hopper this is. They may say it in the instructions, but it's not very big, but it's also not a very big cooker. Okay, now that the hopper is full, I'm just gonna wait for the pellets to run through. It may take a few minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, and wait for them to start dropping into that burn pot right there. And you will hear them fall in. And you wanna leave the grates, everything out during this process while we're doing the burn-in. All right, so at this time what we wanna do is turn your selector knob all the way to high, which it goes up to 420. All right, now, once the pellets start to fall into the burn pot, while you have the setting on high, you're gonna turn it to shutdown. And just wait for it to shut down, and then we're gonna turn it to smoke. And you only have to do this process when it's brand new and your auger's cleaned out, there's no pellets at all in here. That's when you wanna restart that process. But after your first cook, once you initially get this thing ready, as I'll show you, you don't have to do this part of this process. All right, it's completely off. So all we want to do now is we'll turn it on the smoke mode, and we're going to wait till we see a flame come out of the burn pot. And once we see that, we're going to turn it to off. That way, once it cools down, we could go ahead and put the grates in and let this thing fire up and burn in. Okay, as you can see, she's starting to fire up. This is an initial start. This is even when you start your first cook, you're going to see all this grayish white smoke. You do not want that on your food. So we're going to wait until we get a flame out of that. Then we're going to shut it down, let it cool, and add everything back to it. And we're going to crank it on high for 45 minutes with the lid closed. All right, and just like that, we got the flames going. So I'm going to go ahead over here and turn it off. And I'm only going to turn it off to let that flame die out. The cooling cycle shut down, which is great. So I put the diffuser or the heat shield on, and then I put the grease pan and I wash the grates. So what I want to do is set this to smoke mode and then wait for all that whitish gray smoke to disappear. Then I'm going to shut the lid and put this thing on high for 45 minutes. And then after that, let it cool down, and guess what? You are ready to cook. And instantly, as you can see, it is smoking. That is awesome. And once that dissipates, I will shut the lid and I'll see you in 45 minutes. Okay, that only took about maybe 3 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and crank this on high. I wanna set a timer for 45 minutes. We're gonna shut the lid. And in 45 minutes, I'll turn it off and let it cool down. And she's gonna be ready.